Yeah, I mean, he's the guy that you get a lot of respect for him, but just how he works every day. Out there in the field, in the locker room, how he handles his teammates.
Hi everybody, my name's Jason Lombardi. I'm an inspector at DryTech. At DryTech we offer three major services. The first one being basement waterproofing. The second service we offer is foundation and structural repairs. And then the third service that we offer is mold remediation. If you feel you are having a waterproofing issue, give DryTech a call or check us out online.
Welcome back to the Pond Lehocky Eagles post-game show. Let's talk to a man who played in this beauty of a game tonight. Eagles right tackle Lane Johnson joins us from the locker room. And Lane, Mike Missinelli here with Derek Gunn and Seth Joyner. I got to ask you, as systematic as this game was tonight, what is it like to play in a scheme that is just rat-a-tat-tat down the field and working on all cylinders?
And it takes everybody, doing their job collectively and individually. I knew I had a matchup in my hands, Jordan and I, with Daniil Hunter and Sedarius Smith. So that was my thought process every snap. But yeah, we threw the ball well. At times ran the ball well. I felt like we left a lot of points out there in the second half and could have done more. But in the end, win's a win.
Hey, Lane, what was the design offensive game plan going into the game tonight? How much did you stick to the script, and how much did you guys have to alter the script a little bit as you attacked that defense?
Yeah, I mean, we knew they had good edge defenders, probably, some of the best we're going to see all year. Wanted to run the ball, maybe set up some play action, and then we got to where we were running a lot of tempo. We felt like we could get them tired. It's like we ran a lot of plays the first half. And then, yeah, I mean, in the second half we got a little bit sloppy, but I felt like, we made some big plays through the air, and then at times ran the ball effectively when we needed to.
Lane, how happy are you for Jalen? Here's a guy that's just been under a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. People talking about he can't play from the pocket, he takes off from the pocket too early, so on and so forth. I mean, listen. 26 of 31, he only missed 5 passes tonight for 323 yards and a touchdown. I mean, you just got to be ecstatic to be able to block for a guy, that's coming along the way he's coming along.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy that, you get a lot of respect for him, but just how he, works every day. Out there in the field, in the locker room, how he handles his teammates. And I feel like the criticism, I mean, he uses it to his advantage to propel himself. And, yeah, man, I mean, it's really, his second year really, with this offense and taking off. So, I mean, the more you play, the more experience you get. There is no substitution for that. So, and I think you're seeing it now. And with every good quarterback, you have great weapons. So we spread the ball around today a lot. AJ, Devontae, Dallas, and, guys in the backfield ran the ball well when we needed to, and yeah, man, Minnesota was a good team. We knew it was going to be a fight coming in, and I feel like the second half we could have done more and not made it so I guess sloppy.
Lane, the RPOs were deadly. In fact, everything you guys did, you broke a couple long passes. You got them confused back there. Were you surprised that the Vikings didn't really adjust to anything that you guys were doing?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we were trying to press, tempo. We're trying to run a lot of plays, get those guys tired. I feel like they were substituting a lot. You can see that as far as their defensive ends, and that was the goal. And yeah, I mean, the first half was electric. I feel like the second half we could have done more to make the game, not so back and forth. But yeah, good execution first half. Second half could have been better. I mean, I feel like that's the end of the story.
Hey, Lane, this was almost a perfect storm for you guys on both sides of the football tonight. Outstanding play on both sides of the football, but I have to bring this up. What was going on with the multiple ineligible man down the field problems?
I don't know. It felt like we just kept on getting sloppy Joe sandwiches. Hey, just brown bag lunches. I don't even know what to tell you, man. It was back to back to back. I mean, and when you're in it, I mean, you can't really do anything about it.
Right.
We try to adjust on the sideline and figure out what it is, but we'll have to adjust. Next week. There's a lot of some of these RPOs where you have to ooze. You want to get up to the linebacker sometimes quick, but when the ball's in the air and you're downfield, it's they'll throw the flag on you. So we got to work on that.
Jason, tell us what was practice like last week? Because when we had you on last Sunday night, you talked about the protection and some of the issues that you guys were having with what the Lions were showing you last week. Now, this team tonight was just a different animal. They didn't really come a whole lot. They really relied on the front four. But just give us a glimpse into what practice was like with Stout last week leading into this game, at the possibility that the Minnesota Vikings might come in and try some of the things that you saw in Detroit last week.
Yeah, I feel like, the first game is, you only had limited amount of film to what they're doing, and you kind of get caught off guard and make adjustments the best you can. But, with this team, I feel like they know that they can get home a lot with their front four, especially the guys they have on the edge. And, it was I don't think nothing caught us off guard, much like last week. Like we knew what they were going to do, and with those ends, they'll move them around. You saw them move them inside over the guards, put Daniil and Za'Darius on the same side, run different games. So a little bit different than Detroit. It's like Detroit had a little bit of blitz zero last week, and some stuff we were hot and didn't pick up like we wanted to, but. That's how it goes the first couple of weeks. There's a lot of adjustments need to be made, and the more film you get on people, the better you can be.
Lane, last one for me. You guys are on the map. I mean, this is a Monday Night Football game. The whole nation saw how efficient and the Philadelphia Eagles and how dominant they were. That sometimes could be a trap. Now, you got a division game coming in next week, short week. How do you avoid that trap?
Man, you got to go into every game like you're outgunned and outmanned. You got to have that mentality like you're in the deep end of the pool. It's very easy to sit back after a big time win like that and not pressure yourself, and that is the trap. So if you go into any game, especially in this league, feeling like you've got it made and you have that mindset, you can get corrected very quickly. So. After a few years playing, man, I've seen it all. So, like I said, man, you got to go into each game like you're outgunned and overmatched and have that mentality. And so, next week's a division opponent, and we know what's at stake. And enjoy the win tonight. Get rest tomorrow and get ready for practice Wednesday.
Hey, Lane, this offense is now this team has now scored 62 points in the first two games. You practiced with these guys all spring, summer camp, preseason. In the span of 8 days, 2 games in 8 days, is there anything that has surprised you about the way this offense is played in particular?
I mean, just from the talent-wise, I expect a lot just from the guys that we have out there. I feel like we put a lot of, expectations on ourselves to perform well just with the talent we have in the room. And really, man, when it comes down to it, it's all about what you do on the practice field. It's easy to take days off and not push yourself. But when you push yourself in practice and make it as game-like as possible, when crunch time comes, you'll be prepared. So, that's what coaches preach. That's what a lot of the players preach. And that's really the only way to success in the NFL.
Last one, Lane. Next week you got a division foe in Washington. A guy that you spend quite a few years blocking for is now the quarterback there. And obviously, you can't affect what he does on the field. Any extra motivation you feel may come from this team with the ability to not only play a division game, but an opportunity to play against Carson?
Man, as much as you want to get emotions involved, I feel like when you get over emotional game, man, you lose focus. And like I said, man, the team in front of you is just an object. You try to be emotionless and take it like that. Don't put too much into it's our ex-teammate or whatnot. I mean, obviously we know that, but emotionless, faceless, and we all have a job to do, and we know that. And and try to be 3-0. That's the goal.
Hey, Lane, last question for me, because it's a topic I brought up on the pregame show and at the top of this show tonight. I had said that Jeff Stoutland got on you guys all week about cleaning up some stuff. How much did he get on you guys?
I wish you had a recording of our meeting rooms.
I basically said for 8 days he chewed you guys out. Was I accurate or not?
Yeah, you spot on. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's hell on the field, and then it's just hell when you get in the classroom. I mean, sometimes he ain't even yelling at you. It feels like he's yelling at you just because his voice is raised. But I mean, that's how he's always been. He's been around great coaches. He is one of the best coaches I feel like in the National Football League, and I mean, and he demands a certain standard, and when that standard's not met, man, he gets very upset, and we know that, and we try to make it easier for him and by executing.
Lane, Greg win. Very impressive.
Yes,
get some rest, and we'll be back at it next week with you guys. Yeah. But like I said, you're on the map now, and you're on the map nationally, and Monday Night Football has a lot to do with that. So great game. We'll talk to you next week.
Congrats, man.
Thanks, man.
Y'all. Go get some sleep, too.
Be good, bro.
Lane Johnson, live from the lake as the Eagles win 24-7 in a dominant performance. And I'll tell you, Jalen Hurts is now – I'm on him. I had to give it up. I've been laying back, but tonight was just a great performance. Very impressive.
Oh, there's no question about it. I think at least through the first 2 games of the season, each game has presented a different problem for him. And I said last week, and I'll say it again tonight, every week he is going to have to adjust to different schemes that are coming after him. Defensive coordinators are going to try to do everything to trick him up, disguise different things. He has responded admirably over the first 8 days of this season in 2 completely different scenarios of how he attacked the defense and, of course, beat 2 defenses as well. So kudos to him for answering the call. A lot of people who was suspect about what he is or what he is not. I think right now a lot of people can be quiet right now about what Jalen Hurts is.
We're coming back. Dave McCady's going to join us. The Marks Jewelers Diamond Debate is coming up with Devin. And apparently she's wearing some new ice tonight.
New ice?
Like the $35,000 necklace.
Wasn't good enough?
She's going to top it this week as we come back on the Eagles postgame show. Sponsored by Pond Lehocky, live at Ocean Casino on JAKIB Sports. Back after this.
Hi everybody, my name's Jason Lombardi. I'm an inspector at DryTech. At DryTech we offer 3 major services, the first one being basement waterproofing, the second service we offer is foundation and structural repairs, and then the third service that we offer is mold remediation. If you feel you are having a waterproofing issue, give DryTech a call or check us out online.